I just got back from a photo shoot that I did of a yoga retreat, and I thought I'd go through my camera bag of what I brought to the shoot. This is a low pro. I'll put the link to this bag, which I really like. I've had for many years, and it's been a great bag to fly with because this fits in the check-in luggage, and you could pack all of this stuff in the check-in luggage if you're savvy. And I've taken this all international travel and domestic. Great bag. But in this case, I wanted to travel a little light, so I brought this, and I'll now take out everything that I used for the shoot. My main camera is the Canon R5. This is the Canon R5 with the battery grip, and I think I have two batteries in there. Yeah, I have two batteries in there. So that was my workhorse. And I didn't really bring another camera as a backup. I should have. But I did bring this camera that I'm shooting on right now, which is not good autofocus. This is the Panasonic G8-6. And the G8-6, this is with a 10 to 25 zoom lens that I'm shooting on right now in autofocus, so you can see what the autofocus looks like. And I brought this camera as my backup. I have a Metabone speed booster, so I could adapt some of my EF lenses, the important ones anyways, that I use for photo shoots. So I had that Canon R5. Then my go-to lens, I cycled through a few of my go-to lenses. My number one lens now has been this lens right here. The EF50 1.2 is a fantastic lens for so many different things. I know a lot of wedding photographers use this, and for what I was using this for, this was amazing. I love the 1.2 50 millimeter. It's been worth the money. Then the second lens I shot a lot with was this one right here. This is the RF lens, the 24 to 70 f2.8. Great all-purpose, great for events. There was a part in my shoot where I had to shoot really fast, and then I had to get a lot of different angles, and this was the perfect lens for that. My other lens that I use a lot is the 85. This is the 1.4 EF lens. This has the image stabilization. I absolutely love this lens. It doesn't have, if you go too low with the, too close to 1.4 or at 1.4, I do see chromatic aberration, like some colors, purple fringing on the highlights. But other than that, this is a fantastic lens. The other lens I used a lot, and this was because I was shooting in the mountains. And in the mountains, to get a lot of good depth, you either want to shoot really wide angles or really telephoto. And I have this, I brought this 70 to 200 EF lens. This is the Mark III version, the last version before they went to RF. Canon went to RF. And this is, if you can afford it, this is fantastic for flattening the image and just having really pretty depth of field. I brought two other lenses, but I didn't use them for the shoot. I'll just show you them. This is my 16 to 35 f4, not the f2.8. This is a good, I thought I was going to get some really wide angle shots, but I didn't really find the need to, so this never came out of my bag. And then last, my RF35. I like this 1.8 RF35 a lot for street photography, and if I want to run and gun very light, I use this, but I didn't need it, especially when I was shooting with the 24 to 70 here. I got the 35 millimeter focal length on this lens, and it's not. I don't think it's as good as the RF at 1.8 or 2.0, but yeah, I didn't use this one. Other things I brought, this is a lens cleaning kit. This is just a simple one from Autorama. I have my adapters, EF to RF adapter. This is just the standard one. And then I also have one with the ND filter wheel on. I didn't use this one. Extra battery and charger. This is my filters. I didn't end up using any filters at all, but I have polarizers, neutral density filters. This is also a Pro Mist. That's one, and then here's another one. Same deal, some Pro Mists, NDs, variable NDs, and then I have some step rings because some of the lenses I have, I primarily have a lot of 77 millimeter threads, but some of them are 82 and other sizes. But I have my adapters. I didn't end up using any of these, which is a shame. I really like those filters. And then I brought a Peak Design strap that I didn't really need. And I also brought Insta361 version X2. I didn't end up using this, but I brought it. Man, this autofocus is not very snappy. And then just on the top here, this is the Pro Grade. It's for the card reader. 2 extra cards, one CF, B Express, and then SD card. Just got a Bluetooth remote if I needed it. Didn't need this at all. And then my prism lens. This is the, what do you call it, kaleidoscope filter. I like how mystical this is, but it's a very specialty filter, but I didn't end up using that. And that's everything I brought for this photo shoot.